True, nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I had been, and am. But why do you say that I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was my sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in the heaven and in the earth, and I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Listen and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story.
So by that form divine was given to me sweet medicine to clear and strengthen sight. And as one handling skillfully the harp, attendant on some skillful songster's voice, bid the chords vibrate, and therein the song acquires more pleasure, so that whilst it spake, I doth remember me that I beheld the pair of blessed luminaries move, like the accordant twinkling of two eyes.
And so it was, at the stroke of 9 every night, that I would leave him there by the fire. For an hour he would not blink, only stare into the flames with the same longing as a soul whose purging leads him, moment by moment, to his eternal rest. Ever since the mistress's death, I've endeavoured to keep some semblance of order in the house as she did. He took solace in repetition and routine, as if by rhythm he could avoid senility. Still, her memory haunted my dear master night by night, and try as I may to fill the emptiness, his true wish, to be sure, was to be with his Beatrice once again. Let me say that the perfection of my work can only be attributed to the love by which, for whom, it is done. As a shepherd that keeps watch over his sheep, I took it upon myself to watch the master as he slept. I've told you that I'm not mad. Does madness render a man's consciousness this acute, that he can see what common folk overlook, and hear that which evades all but beasts? It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object, there was none. Passion, there was none. I loved the old man. He never wronged me. He'd never given me insult. For his money I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. One of his eyes resembled that of a vulture. A pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. And so, by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution I went to work.
The example of our house corrupt her not, and she is all remaineth of me there.
I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. Presently I heard a sound from outside, as if a human cry. It was not a groan of pain or grief, oh no. It was the low, stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul when overcharged with awe. I knew the sound well. Many a night, just at midnight, when all the world slept, it has welled up from my own bosom, deepening with its dreadful echo the terrors that distracted me. I say I knew it well. I knew what the old man felt, and pitied him, although I chuckled at heart. And this I did for 7 long nights, every night, just at midnight. But I found the eye always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work. For it was not my patient old man who vexed me, but the evil eye. Good morning, Master. I take it you slept well? Death, in approaching him, had stalked with its black shadow before him and enveloped the victim. And it was the mournful influence of this unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel my presence within the room.
Who's there?
I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first slight noise, when he had turned in the bed. And now, have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over-acuteness of the senses? Now, I say, there came to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I knew that sound well, too. It was the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury as the beating of a drum stimulates the soldier into courage. I have told you that I'm nervous, so I am. And now at the dead hour of the night, amid the dreadful silence of that old house, so strange a noise as this excited me to uncontrollable terror. Yet for some minutes longer I refrained and stood still, but the beating grew louder. And now a new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's hour had come. There was no pulsation. He was stone dead. The eye would trouble me no more. If still you think me mad, you will think so no longer, for I took wise precautions in the concealment of the body. The night waned, and I worked hastily, but in silence.
Good eve to you, sir. Pardon our intrusion in this late hour, but we have been sent to ensure everything is well with you here at the house.
No intrusions at all, sirs. Please, come from out of the cold. You'll catch your death in this weather.
Very kind of you. Is your master in?
I'm afraid he's out in the country for the holidays. How may I be of service this evening?
We've been sent on account of the neighbours hearing a scream from this residence.
Oh dear. I'm afraid to admit it. You seem to have been troubled of your own sleep on account of my own inconsiderable dreams. It was I who cried out in fear.
Yes, it seems your neighbour cannot catch much sleep with this storm either. Lucky, it's abated enough for her to come pay us a visit.
Her?
Yes. Miss Delamere was forced to stay at the Mathan residence after being trapped in by the storm.
Trapped? I'd almost forgotten about her. It's been over 2 days since we saw her, eh?
2 days too long.
I never would have thought Mr. Madden is all. But I suppose that's how the heart works.
As I was saying, what with the unusual weather in the new century approaching, you must understand that these are strange days. After last February, skating in Florida, do you believe? Some say the 4 horsemen ride next.
I only see the 3 of you.
The Christiansons have taken to boarding their home, fasting and prayer until the new year. Lutherans, those. Never quite understood them. And all this over a method of dating.
Well, we all hail Caesar and his bloody calendar.
Yes. Well, don't let yourself fall prey to these petty fantasies and barricade yourself in your room. It would do your master no good. Well, might we have a look at the place?
Of course. I haven't had much luck in sleeping and was just about to have some tea. May I offer each of you a cup? Won't be but a moment.
Hope you bring some biscuits with that. Find anything?
Very nice piece of work. Your master has done quite well for himself. A strange man of his fortune would not seek warmer climes over the holidays.
Again, I'm most sorry for having caused you fellows trouble. Being alone in this large estate does not allow for a peaceful slumber.
Well, it seems all is in order.
Oh, please. You've only just arrived. Stay a moment more. Oh. I see you like the academics. Have you been exposed to the symbolist movement yet? My master has an excellent example of this artistry in his chambers.
I suppose a moment more wouldn't hurt.
if I may. Please. Sit. Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. I cannot well repeat how there I entered. So full was I of slumber at the moment that I had abandoned the true way.
I like plays.
I understood that unto such torment the carnal malefactors were condemned, whose reason subjugate to appetite. Lost are we, and are only so far punished, that without hope we live on in desire.
Is that my sin?
Heavens, why won't they be gone? And to a place I come where nothing shines.
Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God, no, no. They heard. They suspected. They knew. And they were making a mockery of my horror. This I thought, and this I think. But anything was better than this agony. Anything was more tolerable than this derision. I could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer.
Villains! Dissemble no more! Tear up the planks! Here! Here! It was the beating of his hideous heart.
If any doubt might remain, let me implore you that I write this as a sane man. For what you are, I once was, and what I am, you soon may be. For I have sinned greatly in my thoughts and in my words, in what I have done and in what I have failed to do. Through my fault, through my most grievous fault.